It was nerve-wracking a little bit, but I trust in the work that I put in and day out, and it was a great experience and a great atmosphere, and I was glad I was part of it.
Um, yeah, Charles. I mean, you thought you should have gotten more rebounds there, but still, I think you led everyone in the game with 9. Just talk about your continuing impact on the team. Down low.
I mean, that's one of my best qualities, rebounding. If somebody's going up for a shot, I'm probably going to be there for the miss, on both ways, offensive and defensive rebounding. So that's more of a focus for me, emphasis.
Tyler, how do you kind of deal with not really navigating the college basketball landscape while still putting up 13 today? I think you had 14 last game. How are you able to kind of fix your mindset into playing while also knowing that you've never really been here before?
Just follow, like Coach says, following your training. Being Towson tough and just staying aggressive. And also, I look up to Charles, Messiah, Radir, and they all help me get mentally locked in, and figure out the ins and outs of college basketball.
Charles, obviously two pretty good defensive teams here. How did you guys kind of handle going through the ups and downs of a game where both offenses had their share of points?
We were up a little bit, about like 9, I want to say, for the most. The biggest lead was 9, I think. And so we had a nice little cushion. Thank God we had that cushion because, we kind of dipped for a second and then got to a tie game. And we just remember how we were at Colorado. We didn't want a slow start to the half. We didn't want to take a step back. So, honestly, remembering that game at Colorado really helped us push through tonight.
Hey, thanks for coming out. Yeah, good win. They're a good team. Andy Toole's a terrific coach. They play hard. They run good offense. They're hard to guard. We just couldn't we just couldn't shake them. I think this game will benefit us later on. I mean, I think our defense was pretty good and our backboards were good. We just some untimely free throws or a couple untimely turnovers. But I thought, like I said, our guys hung in there and showed some toughness and some togetherness.
Seems like you have some interchangeable parts, especially with Suleiman and Jones. Jones didn't have a great game, but Suleiman really came on.
Yeah, we do. Right now we got 10 guys. We're going to play 10 pretty liberally. I think, in fairness to our guys, I've got to coach better too. I'm still trying to figure out who, when, what, where, and why. We're not there on that yet. We're just not. But I do think this is going to be one of those years. Like I said the other night, we have 10 right now. Last couple of years we finished with 10. We're optimistic we might actually finish with like 12 this year, which I think could potentially really help us. But our depth is going to be a strength of the group.
It seemed like Lowry really gave you guys a spark tonight. At times when you really need it.
Yeah, he's a great kid. He's going to be a good player. He's so long. He plays hard. We're just a little top heavy. Like last year he played center, and now he's a wing. He's our third string point guard. Tejada played center. He's a wing. May used to play
those two guys coming from public high schools where it's not that there's anything wrong, but that's a rarity in today's world. Like guys that talented stayed at their public high school. Can we talk about that? Because I think they're phenomenal. Kudos to your staff.
They're really good. I think Parfait and Patty O'Connor were the lead guys on them. Those two guys can be really good. They're really tall for freshmen, and they're great teammates. They want to be good. Although we're not really looking at them like freshmen because they've been here since they got here on Memorial Day. They didn't go home other than for like 10 days after Canada. And I mean, honestly, we need them. So they can't play like freshmen.
Talk about the timing of this really good freshman class coming in. You've talked about Jaden and how when he eventually gets back onto the court, he's one of the best recruits you've ever had. What does it mean to kind of have that in this kind of year where you can use 10 guys?
Yeah, it's helpful. I think like anything, we were excited about the 2 guys we signed. I think it's got a chance to be the best 2 we've ever signed early. It's like anything. If we can get people on our campus, we have a great university. I mean, have you graduated yet? Right, so it might go down a little bit after you graduate. But other than that, we've got a great university. So when we get kids here, it's a pretty easy sell. So we got to try to identify them early, get them here, and then, we've had good success the last couple of years. Guys like Timberlake, Thompson, Gibson, those guys have stayed. We find the right type of guys, and hopefully they appreciate what the university can do for them.
Go ahead, Jay.
I was going to say, you've talked about how you really try to schedule tough out-of-conference slates. What does a close game like this do for, the mentality? What are you hoping the guys take away from a win like this?
Yeah, I told our guys I thought this could be a team that would 3-7 in our league. If we don't play well, we're going to get beat. It's like there's a lot of good teams in our league. we're going to find out a little bit more about tough games next week. You know what I mean? So these things they're all like fact-finding missions that'll help us get ready for the conferences, which really is what matters at the end of the day. I mean, we have great opportunities ahead for us, and we got to try to capitalize on those. But we better keep getting better.
Pat, along those lines, 3 fact-finding missions so far. What are your primary observations/takeaways about your guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing disappointing really was the first, the first 7-8 minutes at Colorado in the second half. I thought we didn't throw our best punch. They're clearly very good and well coached. I just was a little disappointed in that. I honestly, I'd say it's more me. These guys are connected. They work hard. I've got to figure out, what fits offensively at certain times. I wish I felt like I was there yet. We're not. I'm not. But I do like the way they guard and rebound. I think that'll hopefully allow us to hang in there most nights.
You talk about that. There were close games last year where that was a problem, and we had one tonight, and we did finish it.
Yeah, we just didn't. We were like 2-7 last year and won 1.5 possession games. That was usually we're a little bit better than that. So I think this group communicates a little more consistently. So I think that'll hopefully help us. I think that starts with Hicks and Thompson. I mean, this will never show up in a scouting report, but Hicks made a great play. No timeouts, had to throw the ball in a tough spot, and he was able to get the ball. Like, that's a hard play. You don't get any credit for that. There's not a lot of reward, but he made that, and that was big for us.
Did you I know you didn't like going down 2 with a minute left, but for the fans and us, it was kind of cool to see your team not panic. 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
You lost the lead, and then you didn't let them score, I don't think, the rest of the game.
No, and it was a good calmness to our guys. I think this group is competitive, but not combustible, which I hopefully will help us over the course of a long season.
No, because they took the punch and then.
Yeah.
And I also thought May going back with who's going out of the May, to follow that shot, get that rebound, and then not even panic, just go up a little.
Yeah, that's
a lot
what-
of times you kick it back out.
That's
You
what
would've scored.
our esteemed athletic director just said. It was a big
That's why he's
play.
the boss.
It's true. That is why he's the boss. Yeah, and Christian is a guy that we're gonna need over the course of the year. And I mean, 11-3 is decent. Can he do better? He can. But he'll get there. But that was a big play.